Hello folks, meet me again, Mr. Scary Exist. In this video, I'd like to tell you the true story. Don't you know that I can see them, but they can't see me? Only 1 out of 1,000 people had the experience to get in touch with me. Here is the story. My name is Jake, just an ordinary guy with a dull office job and a small family waiting for me at home. One gloomy night, I found myself at the desolate railway station awaiting the last train home after a late meeting. Little did I know, the night would unfold into a nightmare beyond imagination. The station was eerily quiet, the only sound being the distant hum of the flickering fluorescent lights overhead. As I checked the time, the digital clock displayed midnight, the witching hour. A shiver ran down my spine, but I brushed it off as a product of the late night chill. The train's arrival was overdue, and impatience gnawed at me. A thick fog rolled in, cloaking the station in an otherworldly haze. My breath mingled with the mist as I strained my ears, attempting to discern any signs of the approaching train. Then, the unusual happened. A soft, haunting melody drifted through the still air. It wasn't a tune I recognized, but it sent shivers down my spine. I scanned the empty platform, my eyes catching a flicker of movement in the shadows. A figure emerged, a woman in a tattered, flowing dress. Her face was obscured by a curtain of long, disheveled hair, and she moved with an unnatural grace. Fear gripped me, yet curiosity pushed me to approach her. As I drew near, the melody intensified, its haunting notes resonating with an otherworldly sadness. The woman seemed lost in her own world, oblivious to my presence. I hesitated, caught between the desire to flee and the inexplicable urge to unravel the mystery. The station lights flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced around the mysterious woman. The air grew colder, and an indescribable scent, a mix of decay and something unworldly, wafted through the fog. A metallic taste clung to the back of my throat, intensifying the sense of impending doom. The woman's face remained hidden as she continued her spectral dance. The melody reached a crescendo, and the fog thickened, swallowing the surroundings. Panic set in, and I stumbled backward, attempting to escape the ethereal nightmare. The station, once familiar, became a surreal dreamscape, where reality and the supernatural collided. As I retraced my steps, the station transformed. The familiar signs were replaced by cryptic symbols, and the platform stretched endlessly into a void. The haunting melody persisted, a cacophony of despair echoing through the abyss. Shadows converged, taking form, ghostly apparitions flickering in and out of existence. The sudden wail of a distant train disrupted the spectral dance. I turned to see the approaching locomotive, its lights piercing through the fog. Relief washed over me, and I sprinted toward the platform. The train, a dimly lit silhouette, slowed to a halt. The doors creaked open, inviting me to escape the nightmare. As I stepped onto the train, the fog dissipated, and the station returned to its normalcy. The cryptic symbols vanished, and the haunting melody faded into the background. I found myself alone in the carriage, the only passenger aboard. The train's interior was dimly lit, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch and contort. The rhythmic clatter of wheels on tracks merged with an unsettling heartbeat like thud. Unease settled in as I navigated the empty compartments, each window revealing glimpses of a desolate landscape outside. The train journey felt endless, the rhythmic thud intensifying with every passing moment. I peered out the window, expecting to see familiar landmarks, but the landscape remained obscured by an impenetrable darkness. The train became a vessel hurtling through an abyss, disconnected from reality. In the dim glow, faces appeared on the other side of the windows, pale, featureless visages pressed against the glass, staring with hollow eyes. Their silent pleas echoed in my mind, sending chills down my spine. I recoiled, retreating into the safety of the dimly lit corridor. As I moved through the train, the air grew heavy with despair. Whispers surrounded me, faint voices pleading for release. The shadows in the corners morphed into contorted figures, their elongated limbs reaching out. Panic set in, and I quickened my pace, desperate to escape the haunting phantoms that inhabited the spectral train. In the distance, a dim light flickered, the end of the line. The train slowed, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. The doors creaked open, revealing the familiar platform of my hometown. I stumbled onto the station, the echoes of the haunting melody lingering in my ears. The once desolate railway station now bustled with life. Passengers hurriedly passed by, oblivious to the otherworldly ordeal I had endured. The clock on the wall displayed a time long past midnight, and the spectral fog that had enveloped the station dissipated. I stood alone on the platform, trying to comprehend the surreal journey I had just experienced. The haunted railway station, the mysterious woman, the ghostly figures. Were they mere figments of an exhausted mind, or had I truly glimpsed the supernatural? The boundary between the known and the unknown is fragile, and sometimes, in the quietest moments of the night, we may find ourselves on the precipice of the paranormal. The haunting melody, the spectral dance, and the faces in the mist were reminders that the supernatural could encroach upon our reality, blurring the lines between the tangible and the otherworldly. As I left the station, the echoes of that eerie night lingered, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left undisturbed, shrouded in the darkness of the midnight hour. Only if you believe in this story, then it is true, as absolutely we are not alone.